We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie.
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
And Grogu says, hey y'all. He says, hey y'all.
Hey, y'all.
He's turned into a space cowboy.
Yes, he has. And we are on the road with Mickey. This is episode 153 for January 9th, 2023. And this week, we are giving our 2022 year in review. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great episode. We have a lot of highlights that we want to touch base on from last year. But first, we are going to start with our cheddar from the big cheese. And Sophie, you start us off.
Yay.
All right. Well, the Epcot International Festival of the Arts is gearing up, running from January 13th through February 20th of 2023. Part of the excitement is that you can also watch some of the Disney on Broadway concert series performances during your stay. Who's going to be there?
Pretty cool.
Who out there is going to be there? Are you going to go?
Let us know. I could.
Yeah, but you know, you'll be there soon after for MegaCon, so.
You're right.
Go. Yay.
All right, Brenda, go for it.
Well, on select 7-night sailings through mid-March, families cruising on the Disney Fantasy will enjoy Pixar Day at Sea. This day-long celebration will include meet and greet opportunities, dance and pool parties, family activities, and an all-new nighttime spectacular.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is different from Marvel Day at Sea.
Yes.
Because of the characters and the, Pixar versus Marvel. But
that's right.
It's going to be a similar concept, though, I would think. Wouldn't you think, Brenda?
I definitely do think so.
Okay. All right. So I'm glad I got that clear in my head. This past Friday, it was January 6th, and it was a very special day. For starters, it was my dad's 83rd birthday. So Sophie and I and Brenda want to say happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grandpa.
Happy birthday, Grandpa. Well,
but yeah, or Joe or Dad.
Hey, Joe or Dad. Yep. All those things.
All those things rolled into one.
That's right.
In addition, January 6, 2020 was the day that Sophie and I kicked off on the road with Mickey.
Yay! Happy anniversary!
Thank you. So for those of you that have been faithful listeners since that first episode, thank you so much for following along with us. It means a lot to all of us. It's just, we do this because we have a lot of fun and it's a great time, but we also like to know when people are listening. So thank you so much, everyone. And here's to another great year of podcasting.
Yes.
Yay!
And remember, YouTube is your friend. When it comes to our show, you are more likely to have more enjoyment out of the video, I think, than out of the audio.
That's for sure. Because these faces, boy, I can shut my mouth, but my face does not lie. I can tell you.
That's exactly true. Same for us. All right. Well, that is our cheddar from the big cheese, and it's time to move on to our feature topic. So, Sophie, I have you going first. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. We're just going to go round robin, round the table like we always do. And we're just going to knock them out. We're going to do a list of 5 highlights for the year of 2022. 5 from each of us. So, Sophie, you start us off.
All right. Well, I'm going from least to most important.
Okay.
So this highlight is beginning my number 5. It's kind of like a countdown almost. And I want to say my number 5 highlight of the year was getting to ride Expedition Everest with my mom.
Awesome.
Nice.
She and I don't go on many rides together, but the ones that we do go on, we both have a lot of fun on. Let me say that.
Excellent.
That's cool. That's
Great
a good highlight.
choice.
Yeah.
What
That's
a
a good
ride.
one.
What a ride.
All right.
That's a great one, Sophie.
Thank you.
Well, Brenda, you're up. Which way are you going?
I'm not going in any particular order.
It's too much work.
I know there's going to be some overlap, so I don't want to save my big crescendo for something that's mentioned already.
Okay.
If you know what I'm saying.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I know. You know. Y'all both know. I know you know.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to start with something that's extremely important, but it does not mean it's at the bottom of my list, and this is why my list is not numbered. I am celebrating my full year of 2022 being with you guys, sharing all of the love for Walt and his dream on the road with Mickey.
Oh my
It
gosh.
means so much to me to have this space, this time, this space, this outlet for us to just share our love of Disney. I mean, we share other things as well, but you know, our hearts belong to one place. And
we love you, Brenda.
I love you too. I'm very, very thankful that I had this year to be with y'all on the podcast again.
Yeah, I am too.
Thank you.
And
we
you know
were
what,
so
Sophie?
happy you were here. We missed you in the times when you were away.
Thank you.
You know what I'm hearing here, Sophie?
What?
I'm hearing that Brenda gave her best one first.
Hey.
I'm just kidding, Brenda. You know, it's hard. It's hard when you have number one, number one, number one, number one, number one, you know?
That's right. Yes. Yes.
Oh, well, we love you, Brenda. We are so glad you're part of the show.
Thank you. I love you guys.
Time having you on the show with us.
We had no idea what we were missing until you joined.
Oh, really?
Thank you.
Yep. So
y'all are so sweet.
That is an awesome. That's awesome. I am going to count down from number 5 to number 1 also, even though I wrote them differently on my list, but I am going to do that. So number 5 for me is episode related.
Cool.
And I absolutely, and I think you two agree with me, I absolutely loved our bread pudding challenge. That was so much.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
That was so much fun. And having your girls, and Butch was our videographer, and it was just, that was just incredible. It was so cool.
That was incredible fun. Also on my list, so now I'm going to have to try to think up something.
Nah, you can just mention it again.
Doing that challenge was so much fun.
That was fun.
It just really was. I loved it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. So yeah. So number 5 is the bread pudding challenge for me.
Great choice.
Thank you.
All right. I guess that means it's my number 4 or.
Yay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, my number 4, and this is something to do with my 21st birthday. I figured I should go ahead and say it right now. And a lot of these, I will say, a lot of these are themed around the people that I experienced these with. But I thought this one, it's really special. It's really something special. And I'm kind of sad that it's not higher on my list, but I know that it's lower because there are just so many great things above it. But my number 4 is on my 21st birthday when I was at Epcot. It was raining me out of my birthday party, and my Aunt Robin, she took me while my parents were off with my Mima, probably walking her back to the resort so that she could cool off from the summer heat.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were there, my Aunt Robin was like, "You've not had your first drink yet." So I was like, you know what? There is something that I've been wanting to try. So we went and we got it. That was my first drink. She knew the story of what had happened at that very same kiosk years earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And the story is this. Uh, I was going to the honey kiosk in Epcot for the Food and Wine Flower and Garden Festival. And I was like, I want to try this frozen drink. Well, there are two versions of it. There's the non-alcoholic version and there's the alcoholic version. And they didn't realize that I had ordered the non-alcoholic version until I mentioned, "Oh, I'm not 21 yet." So the person rushed to the back where they were making the drink
I
and they
bet.
were like, "Wait, wait, wait, regular, regular, no alcohol. She's not old enough yet." And it was so funny because like a
That was
year
funny.
later, I was 20 at the time. A year later, I came back and I told them the story. I was like, "Now I'm old enough. I'd like to try the alcoholic drink, please." And admittedly, it tasted like cough syrup. And my Aunt Robin also took a sip after she saw the face I made. And it was just funny. We
It
ended up
was fun.
tossing it, but it was still good.
Yeah.
Still a good memory, and you're still thinking about it, and you're still
Yep.
talking about it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you, Aunt Robin, for being my first drinking buddy. Because Lord knows it would have been a sad experience if my first drinking buddy was my dad.
Whew. Yeah. Or if
No.
you're by yourself doing that and
Oh,
then it
yeah.
tasted horrible, that would have been even sadder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yep.
But no offense, Daddy. I love you.
love you too, sweetie. All right. Well, that's a good story. Good memory, Sophie.
Thank
Yay.
you.
All right. So, number 4 on my list is over at Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the return of the Festival of the Lion King, and we saw Finding Nemo the musical on the same trip.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. My mom sat with Cindy and I. I don't think you were there for that one, Sophie. I think you were off riding Pandora or something.
I was there for the Nemo ride. I was
You
not
were
there.
there for the Nemo show?
I
Okay.
was not there for the Lion King.
Okay, that's what it was. But but we did the Nemo show and she really liked it and it was a lot of fun and she liked that it was so hot outside and we were inside in an air conditioned theater. But but it was such a nice return to normalcy,
Yeah.
So that was number 4 on my list. I don't have much to go with it beyond that, but it was still neat. And that, by the way, was when just before then was when I had that that really good pig in a blanket over at Animal Kingdom, right where at Satuli's Canteen, where it's like a hot dog in a crescent roll or whatever, and it
Yeah.
was really good. So, just saying, remember
Just
that
saying.
for food. If you
Gotta
need a
remember the
quick
food.
snack, that was a good little hot dog. So.
Very good.
So anyway, that's number 4 for me.
Good choice. Good choice.
Very good choice.
So what you got, Brenda?
I will choose traveling again in June. We went for Sophie's birthday with Aaliyah and McKinley. Because as the girls get older, my time with them dwindles more and more because they're busy with everything. They do acting, they do softball, they're busy with the church, the youth group. They're busy. They're busy with their friends, and I don't see them nearly as often as I used to. And so getting them just with me and their pappy together for a week was just heaven to me. Always
Yeah.
heaven to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
So,
And they loved Sophie.
Yeah, I love them
Absolutely
too.
loved her.
I love them
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was so sweet. I
Yeah,
loved that trip. That was really nice.
that
That was a
was
great
really
trip.
nice. And you know what? That's also my number 3 was getting to spend time with you and your family, Aunt Brenda, you,
Aw,
Uncle Butch, the
that's so sweet.
girls. They are all just so sweet and wholesome, and I adore them all.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Hmm.
They are sweet. I sure hope they hold on to that in this crazy society we're in.
I hope so too.
It was really great too because I got to spend more time with Cindy than I've gotten to spend just like one-on-one talking to her
Hmm.
in forever. I mean, like ever. And it was so great. I miss her too.
Yep, you're her Texas family.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeehaw, we're the
Hmm.
Texas family. Y'all
And I
need to come on down
remember,
here.
We do need
and
to get down there.
yeah, we do.
That would be
Maybe we
cool.
can take a road trip.
Yeah.
Maybe. Maybe. So I have a question.
Hmm.
Did I cut in front of Aunt Brenda?
Maybe, maybe not.
That would be
Uh,
a maybe yes. So
maybe.
so Sophie is first and then Brenda's second and I'm third, but I went second last time. So do you want me to keep going second? This is what they have to deal with.
I really
Let's
don't
face
care. As long as Sophie goes first, that's all I really care about.
Oh,
facts. Okay. So who's going next? Brenda again
Sophie.
or me?
No, Sophie goes
I
first.
just
Well, she
went.
just went. She's
Oh, she
given
sure did.
three,
Okay.
and we've only given two.
I gotcha. You go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Then I'm going to go. Number 3 on my list happened in December. And without a doubt, one of the absolute experience events of Disney for this year was the Candlelight Processional. Totally worth it. It was such a great show. I shared a video with our friend who had never seen the show, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, that video is incredible," and she wants to do the show. So it's just, that Candlelight Processional is incredible and it's worth seeing. So
It
so
really is,
that
and
was number 3 on my list.
especially if you're seeing it like way before Christmas, and you like seeing it one of the first times, it really puts you in the spirit. It
Yeah.
really does. It's great.
Yeah. So number 3 for me was the Candlelight Processional.
Yay! Very good choice.
Thank
Very,
you.
very, very good choice.
Well, what will I choose for number 3? Let's see. I think I'll choose Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind.
There you go.
That
Definitely not
ride,
one that'll be on my list because I still didn't get to enjoy it.
that ride knocked me out. I mean, Tower of Terror has been my favorite ride since the beginning of Tower of Terror, and this ride knocked it out. And I can't believe anything trumped Tower of Terror, but it does. It's awesome.
I'm glad you like
It
it. I
is
still
awesome.
can't wait to ride it.
Something
Me
to look
too.
forward to.
I can't wait to ride it with Cindy and Sophie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
it'll be great.
it will be great. That'll be awesome. All right, Sophie, number 4.
Well, technically number 2, but this
Yeah.
one, like I said, this is all about family. Mostly about family. Because my last one was also the Candlelight Processional, but we've not gotten there yet. My number 4 is when we took Aunt Robin down to Disney, and then we surprised her with the help of Shane, Steph, and the girls, Lindsay and Mackenzie. And it was so, so funny. They were all surprised
Mm-hmm.
because my Aunt Robin, she was like, "So are the kids coming down?" Because Stephanie is her daughter and she lives in another state now. And Stephanie was like, "Oh, I don't know if we can make it." And so Aunt Robin was like, they're probably not coming. Lo and behold, her first day, her first official day on the Disney property, because we got there late at night. We went to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
We woke up the next morning and went to the food hall to get some breakfast. And then as we're sitting there, it's like Shane and Stephanie and their two girls, Lindsay and Mackenzie, they come up and Stephanie goes to her girls because they didn't know either. She's like, "Who's that?" And the girls look for a minute
They're
and they're
like, I
like,
don't know.
and they're like, "I don't know." And then they look closer and they're like, "Oh, it's Nani." And Stephanie's like, "Go hug her."
Oh my gosh!
So,
I can
It
see. I
was
got
so
goosebumps
cool.
all over me.
yeah. And here's the thing, the girls, they didn't know they were going to Disney. When they got in the car, their dad, Shane, was like, "We're going to go see Nani." So they thought they were going up to Virginia where my Aunt Robin lives because they call her Nani because she's their grandmother. And then they went to Disney and they're like, "Wait, we're at Disney?"
And
Oh, we're
they were
kind
like,
of,
Nani who?
yeah. And then
Disney has that effect on people.
lo and behold, they actually did get to see their Nani, and Aunt Robin, she had the most priceless reaction. She said a bad word, but she corrected herself.
Yeah.
Sweet.
She was laughing so hard and hugging them both like, "Oh my goodness, it was so cute."
That is a wonderful memory.
Mhm.
Yep. That deserves a top billing, at least a top 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
That was an awesome memory.
For
And it was
sure.
so awesome that it was my number 2 as well. I have written down literally taking Robin to Walt Disney World for Christmas and surprising her with her grands being there.
What a big surprise. What
Yep.
a huge surprise.
That
And
was
let me tell you,
so cool.
as the mother of grandchildren, I have to say this because it's like once you have grandchildren, it's like every statement is made about how much the grandparents love to be with the grandchildren. But let me tell you, we love to be with our children still too.
Hmm.
It's not just the fact that she got to be with the grands. She also got to be with Stephanie and Shane, and that is a huge blessing too.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
I'm so happy for her. I'm so happy for all of y'all. That was such an awesome thing to do.
it was. It was very much a highlight of the year for certain.
Yay.
Very much so,
So great.
Very much so.
So great. I love that. I got
Yeah.
goosebumps hearing that story. That's the first time I'd heard it. I knew about this what was happening, but I didn't know the actual logistics of it all.
Yeah.
That was so great. Yay.
All right, Brenda, you're up.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to skip to the Disney Wish
Okay.
Mhm.
because as soon as the Disney Wish was put on in the water and ready to sail on, I've been waiting for my turn. And it was great. It was wonderful. And literally on that ship, I fell in love with sailing. I needed that just sitting out on the water, on the open water in God's earth and looking at the sunsets and looking at the sunrises and all those things that just fed my soul. And I just loved it. I loved the ship, but that particular time in my life, I think I soaked in the experience more than I might have
Hmm.
appreciated it another time. There's a lot to do on the ship. I'm not trying to belittle it, but that natural stuff is what I really needed at the time. And it was great. The Disney
Yeah.
Wish was a great trip. It was wonderful.
Good. Good, good,
That ship is
good.
gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
That, you know what? so many times people get things, and it's a cliche, but a lot of times it's not about what you get. It's the experiences and the memories you make that really matter. And having that experience, especially right in line with what happened with your mom, it's just like
Mm-hmm.
it's a reconnection, and God showed up as he always does,
Yes, he does.
and
Pre-planned and
yep,
showed up. Yes.
yep, and he knew exactly what you needed. So that's
Thank
good.
God.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. All right, Sophie,
All right.
number 5.
The last one, last but most certainly not least,
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that I was scared that we wouldn't make this either only adds to my satisfaction more now,
Oh, okay.
and that being the Candlelight Processional.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, the day at Epcot, this last Christmas trip, it was an absolute storm.
It
Not
was chaotic, huh?
weather-wise, not weather-wise, but just in terms of everything we had to do, it was a storm.
Yeah.
No peace and quiet except maybe to eat, and even then I was like, are we going to make it? But we did, and all was well. But for a while, I didn't think we would. And phew, I don't know what I would have done if we didn't. But thankfully we did. And
Yeah.
it was an absolutely wonderful show. I don't care what people say about Whoopi Goldberg. She did an amazing
She
job.
did an amazing job. Yep.
hmm She did an absolutely fantastic job. She was so considerate of everyone on the stage with her. She was just an awesome hostess and an awesome narrator. And at
Mm-hmm.
one point, they were singing a song. I have no idea what it was called, but it was about the three kings. It wasn't the traditional, "We three kings of Orient are." It wasn't that. And it was a lot more jazzy, and you could just see
Yeah.
she was there dancing and clapping right along with it. And my dad pointed out, I think Whoopi likes this song. And when I looked, I saw, okay, yeah, she does like this song, and it's a good song to like too.
Yeah.
I didn't know the
It
Voices
was
of
that one
Liberty.
about with great joy, with great joy. That one. When they're
I
talking about the kings and then they have it's like a
Yeah,
with great joy song.
yeah.
That's a good, really upbeat song.
Yeah.
Mhm. I didn't know that the Voices of Liberty were the ones that did the Candlelight Processional. I didn't know they were a part of it. So when I heard that, I was like, "Oh my gosh, is this something really special?" And then I found out that they did it every time, but I'm like, amazing. They do that multiple times a day.
They
Mm-hmm.
are amazing.
And their
Goodness
voices
gracious.
are so, so beautiful.
Yeah.
And they formed a living Christmas tree and everything.
Yep.
That's right. That's
that
an
was
awesome
just
show.
that was an
Yes,
awesome show.
it was.
Absolutely.
And then we got to stay behind and watch Harmonious, and I found the best seat in the house. It's
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
you know where that train layout is over by Germany? It's
Germany, yeah.
there. They have a little raised bridge above the layout. It is the perfect view for watching Harmonious. It is
Great.
absolutely stunning.
Good.
Yay!
And now that I
Good.
said it, everybody's going to flock to it and
I
it's going to be
know.
ruined.
It's
Well,
no secret anymore. That's what
we're
happened to
here.
Cancun.
We're here to share our tips, aren't we?
Yeah, that's all
Yep.
right to save a spot for me on that bridge.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Great choice.
Yeah. Um. So for me, number one on my list is our entire June trip. It is celebrating Sophie,
Aw.
celebrating her birthday, her
Yep.
21st birthday for my
Whoop.
baby,
That's
you
right.
know, celebrating the fact that so many people love her and care for her that they came from all over the country to celebrate you, Sophie.
That's right.
you know, and having our On the Road with Mickey meetup. Oh my gosh. 21 people on Sophie's 21st birthday, the day before her birthday, actually, to celebrate and to have a meetup was just phenomenal, you
In the
know,
pouring rain.
in the
With
pouring
21
rain
people.
with buckets and buckets of rain.
And
Oh
riding
my
the
gosh.
TTA.
And riding the TTA. It
TTA
was just,
train.
it was so cool. It was so neat. That whole trip was just phenomenal.
Mhm.
And it
That
was
poor cast member, though. He was like, "Say what now?" When
how
you
many?
said
You
you
said
said
21?
21.
Yeah. His head was gonna explode. And I'm like,
Oh,
buddy, don't worry about it. We
We
can
got it.
handle who sits where. Don't
Yeah,
worry about it. This is not our first rodeo.
that's right.
And after
That's
that,
right.
he
oh,
breathed and he was okay.
Thank
oh my gosh,
goodness.
that poor guy.
But that
Yay.
was such a great time. It was
Mhm.
so cool. Such a great trip. And everything rolled up into that was just really, really neat.
Yes, and
So,
I remember at Epcot before I got rained out, I was walking along and I had on my birthday crown and everything, courtesy of Jagan and Aunt Sheila and Uncle Randy.
hmm,
They gave it to me along with a sash that said birthday queen. It was
yep,
awesome. I never had something like that before, but it was just so fitting. And I
yeah.
was walking along, and this little girl looked at me and she said to her mom, "Mom, that was a real life princess."
It was
It
so
Oh,
was so
that's
sweet.
so
sweet.
sweet.
Oh, I
Very
love
sweet.
that.
That is
That
very
was
sweet.
very cool.
Mhm.
That was just one memory of all those memories we had from that trip, you know?
Mhm.
So that is the icing on the cake for me, without a
Yeah,
doubt.
Yeah.
for all of us. That was wonderful. That was a great trip.
Yeah.
Great trip.
All right. So, Brenda.
Oh, well, for my last one, I'm going to go with my, was it my last? No, it wasn't my last experience at Disney for 2022, but it was my second to the last. And that was seeing Fantasmic again.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Seeing Fantasmic again since it's been closed for so long was so great. I mean, I love that show and I just love it. It was wonderful. Wonderful being back there again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, the
Oh my
lines were
Yeah.
gosh.
very long and we were very glad we did the dining package, I can tell you that.
Exactly.
I can't wait to finally see it myself.
I know.
So good, so good.
Yeah. So, that, my friends, is our 2022 year in review. We hope you've enjoyed it. I know
Mhm.
we enjoyed it because if for nothing else, it gave us a chance to reminisce on our trips. So, thank you all for listening on that. And that concludes our feature topic. And it's time for this day in Disney history. So, Sophie, take it away.
All right. Well, this is all the way back in 1913
Wow.
on, wait, January, no, it's January 9th, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. It said January 2nd in the thing, so I was like, what on earth is going on? I know I pulled this from January 9th, though, so we're good. We're
Good.
good.
Oh,
1913,
sorry. Yeah, I know what you mean now.
senior executive and Disney legend Don Tatum is born in California. He helped Roy O. Disney build Walt Disney World and assisted company president Card Walker in developing the Epcot Center. Later, Tatum succeeded Roy O. Disney as chief executive and board chairman, becoming the first non-Disney family member to head the company. He held that position from 1971 until 1980. Tatum then served as a director until 1992, where he was named Director Emeritus. He,
Emeritus.
Emeritus, sorry. He also played a major role in the development of Tokyo Disneyland.
Okay.
He was busy.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Yeah, that is
Great
definitely
history.
that is great history, and that is a name from Disney. That is a name that is known.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
but so much I didn't know. But one thing I did know
Yeah.
is Don Tatum was born the same year that your Poppy was, Sophie.
Mm-hmm.
Don Tatum was a few months older because Poppy's birthday, of course, was in September. But I just thought that was unique. I heard
Pretty cool.
1913, and I'm like, hey, that's Poppy's year.
Yeah. Very good.
All right. Well, great history, Sophie.
Thank you, Sophie.
Thank you.
Now it's time to stump the Soph.
Da, da, da.
Here's the thing, everybody. Here's the thing. Last night, my family and I went to have dinner with a friend,
Mm-hmm.
and we got onto the topic of trivia, and I bragged that I had a 98% success rate with guessing my dad's characters after only 3 clues. So my dad was like, okay, Sophie, I can't think of a character right now, so we're going to have your mom think of one and she'll give you the clues.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh.
character was
Let's see if Brenda can get it.
Oh.
I'll bet you can.
Put me
Okay.
on the spot, would you?
Do you remember the clues, Sophie?
I do. This character is a family man.
Walt Disney.
No, although he
Good
is.
guess.
This character had a movie based on him.
Mr. Incredible?
Mm, close, but no.
Goodness.
One more clue, and I think this one will give it away for you.
A parrot umbrella.
Oh my God. No, can't be him.
Who?
A parrot
Who?
umbrella. I'm thinking of Mary Poppins.
Uh-huh. Keep going down that
Close.
path. Keep going down that path.
Mr.
Family man.
Banks.
There you go.
Oh.
You got it.
Brenda, you
Yes, slowly but surely she's dragging up the rear.
Point is, I got that too. So anyway, now you guys can see how good I am at this game. Now, Daddy, give me yours already, because that was just a little
Thankfully.
recap of last night's round.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Let's see if I made this a little challenging.
Okay.
This character is not eager to marry.
Oh.
Princess Jasmine?
No. Although that's a real good guess. I didn't even think of her. This character, this will narrow it down though, and why you'll understand it's not Princess Jasmine. But this character is only on screen for a little more than 2 minutes total.
2 minutes total. And they're not eager to marry.
Uh-huh.
2 minutes total in a whole movie?
In a whole movie. Think about movies involving marriage and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that the book is all animated.
Yeah.
Okay. And the last clue is that this character is unimpressed by his prospects until he meets someone.
Prince Naveen.
No.
No?
No.
Is
No.
it somebody from Mulan?
In his human form. No, it can't be.
Can't be what?
Can't be Mulan.
No.
Somebody from Mulan?
No.
No.
It's a he.
Uh-huh.
He's not eager to get married. He's only on screen for 2 minutes?
2 minutes. Oh, I'm trying to think. 2 minutes.
Dang. Is it the Prince of the Forest from Bambi?
No. Because
No.
they don't have anything to do with marriage on that.
He's very sad. Maybe he doesn't want to marry his mom. I don't know.
2 minutes. The 2 minutes has got me.
That's got me too. You've stumped me, Daddy.
This character's. Well, I'm sorry I stumped you, because that breaks your perfect streak for 2023.
Shh.
Their real name is never revealed. They have a name, but it's not a name. It's more of a title or a
Wait a
description.
minute. Is this Prince Adam from Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Daddy. Please just.
Put us out of our misery.
You've won this round. Let's hear it.
The character is Prince Charming. He was not eager to marry.
Oh my gosh.
He was only on screen for a little more than 2 minutes. He was unimpressed by his prospects until Cinderella showed up.
That's true.
I stumped
How
the
did I
Soph.
miss that?
But you know, in the live action remake of Cinderella, he was on the screen a lot more than
Sure.
2 minutes.
Well,
But I
yeah,
also
but
mentioned
that's not
I
technically
mentioned
did.
that it was
animated.
all animated.
You did. You did.
So
Oh, I'm upset with myself now.
Wow.
it's okay, honey.
Wow.
It's okay. Just a
Mm.
game. I have some more did you know?
Please go on.
And by the way, the prince is only on screen for a little more than 2 minutes total. He was originally supposed to have a larger role, but artists found him too difficult to realistically animate.
Huh.
Not only is the prince's real name never revealed, but he is never referred to as Prince Charming in the movie. He was called Prince Charming in the film's marketing materials and merchandise, and that's how the name stuck. And one early draft of the script featured a longer ending, including a solo song for the prince. So, if I had said, I was debating whether or not to say the word ball, as in the royal ball that they had. And I wasn't sure if I thought that would have been an easy giveaway. And I thought you were still going to get it because I'm impressed by Sophie and her abilities. So I am going to take pride in this one.
Dang. In the live action movie, they called him Kit.
They call him what?
Kit.
His
Kit,
name was
like
Kit.
Kit Car? K-I-T?
Like K-I-T. Yes. Kit Kat.
Like a Kit Kat bar.
Well, I don't think I remembered that.
I remember that from the live action. I also did a quick Google search, and apparently for the Blu-ray release of the Cinderella DVD Blu-ray release, there was a bit of spot advertising that listed his name as Henri, because it's French, so it's Henry. But apparently in another thing, in a parade, I believe, he is known as Prince Alto August Ferdinand. I don't know.
Dang.
Point is, he has no name.
Yeah.
Point is, yeah. I think he's a spy.
Like, even the prince from Snow White has a name. His name is Florian.
Yeah.
Like, how does the prince from Snow White and the prince from Beauty and the Beast, have names, but Prince Charming does not? I'm distracting myself so that I can take this loss less,
Why do all the mothers die? I mean,
Tiana's mom didn't die.
That's true.
Rapunzel's mom is still alive.
Some dads died, some moms died. Some moms and dads died.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, that concludes our Stump the Soph.
On a
and
happy
it's
note.
time for a little bit of Walt.
Speaking
So
of movies.
Brenda, round us out.
Movies can and do have tremendous influence in shaping young lives in the realm of entertainment toward the ideals and objectives of normal adulthood.
Yeah.
Walt Disney.
And boy, was he right. He was
Absolutely.
right about movies. He was right about television.
Influence.
It's hard to imagine where he wasn't right. You know?
I
But-
sure wish he was here right now.
Oh, I do too. Moving on. We're gonna remember Walt with pride and
Love.
respect and honor and love that he deserves.
That's right.
So, all right. Well, that, my friends, is this week's show. Coming up next week, we are starting a new series. We're calling it Navigating the Parks. I want to hear from Brenda and from Sophie how they come up with their plans on where they're going to go and how they're going to go there and which way they're going to get there first and what do they do and what do they do next and blah, 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 blah. And so I'm really excited. And we're going to do each of the 4 big parks, and we're going to start with the Magic Kingdom because why
It
not?
all started
Obviously.
with the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Obviously.
So next week, Navigating the Parks, Magic Kingdom. And I'm going to post it in the group. I'm going to tell them what we're talking about. And I'm going to see how maybe some of the listeners might leave us some comments about how they decide to navigate the parks. And if they do, then we'll include that as listener feedback. But for now, Sophie, Brenda, Grogu, and myself hope you all have a great week, that your 2023 has gotten off to a really good start. And we look forward to seeing you next time. And we will see you on the road. Bye, everyone.
Okay, Daddy's going to zip it up. And Brenda, say it.
Bye, everyone.
There we go.
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Okay.